Oh my gosh. That's not gonna be good. It's got a little tiny tear on the leather right here. And a little tiny stain right here. All right, this has to go back. Oh my gosh, otherwise it's beautiful. Hi everyone, it's Maggie from My Favorite Things. So as you saw in the video, the intro video, I was gonna show you the unboxing of my new to me bag that I purchased on eBay. And as I was unboxing it, I noticed something that really made me upset. I thought there was a cut in the leather, which was not described in the ad. So I had to turn off the video because I was so upset, and I took more pictures of it. And the good thing is, it was not a cut. When I took a picture of that area and I blew it up and I sent it to my sister, it was a thread that had glue residue, so it looked dark brown, so it looked like a cut. It felt like a cut, but it was not a cut. So that being said, so that was okay. But the other thing I noticed was that it also had a pen mark about that long in the back of the bag that was not described. It also, there was an area that they said was a glue residue, but when I looked at it, it didn't look like it was a glue residue. And I had talked to the seller about this, but when I actually saw it in person, I thought, oh, this is a huge flaw. So I thought maybe I needed to send it to leather surgeons. And so but you know, I felt like the seller didn't describe everything as it was. So I sent them an email basically saying, would they be willing to adjust the price a little bit so that I can send it in to get this repaired? Because I really liked the bag. They responded back and said, they're sorry that it didn't work out for me, but that I can return it and they'll give me a full refund. Then I had to think, do I want to return this bag or do I want to live with it and try to get it fixed myself? So bottom line is I decided to keep it and live with it. I had contacted the leather surgeons to see how much it would get, you know, what they thought of the area that I was worried was like a torn leather. They said that they thought it was glue residue. I felt really good about that, and that's why I decided to keep it. They also told me how much it would cost to take the pen mark out. Whatever the case, once I knew the leather was not torn, that it was glue residue, I decided to keep it. And I told the seller that I was going to keep it. In the meantime, I decided to take, I had started the process of trying to get the pen mark off. And I want to show you what I want to tell you what happened. I was going to, you know what? I was so upset when I saw it. I didn't even think to film it to show you how I did it. So I'm going to tell you what I did. And this is just what I did. It may, hopefully this will help you, but I'm not telling you to do this because I don't want any responsibility for some, you know, your bag going wrong or whatever. But basically what I did is I got a white clean towel and I dampened it. And I also had a dry towel, just, you know, so that I can wipe the damp area. So then I sort of tried to clean it. The pen mark didn't come out. Once I cleaned it with damp towel, I wiped it. Anytime I use any kind of damp towel, I wipe it with dry towel. The next thing I tried is the baby wipe, alcohol-free and fragrance-free baby wipe. And I got this baby wipe and I sort of rubbed in the area. It was right here. Rubbed in the area and it didn't come out. It came out a little bit, but it didn't come out all the way. So then I wiped it again with a dry towel. And then the next thing I did is I got a isopropyl alcohol and I dipped it a little bit with a Q-tip and it wasn't dripping wet. It was just a little bit damp. And I circled, I went like this, you know, in the area that had a pen mark. And then I wiped it with a damp towel every once in a while. And I kept doing it for a little bit. But you know, the other thing I was very cognizant of is I didn't want to get like sopping wet. That is going to ruin the leather. So long story short, at the end of working on it, a lot of it came out, but I could still see it. And I you know, that was going to be, I was going to be okay with that, because, and I had to sort of tell myself, I had to kind of ask myself, am I going to be okay paying all this money to have a bag that still had a pen mark? And the bottom line was yes, because it's very hard to find this bag. And so when I found it, I've been looking for this bag in this combination for a long, long time. So, and otherwise it's in really excellent condition. So I decided to keep it. And after I did all this work on trying to remove the pen mark, like 5 or 6 hours after, when my husband came home, I asked him to see if he can find the pen mark in this bag. And he kept looking and looking, and he said, I don't see it. So I snatched it away from him, and I'm like, what? I don't see it either. So I don't know what happened. Over the several hours that had elapsed, the pen mark was gone. But I can tell you, at the end of me working on it, it was not gone. So, but anyway, that's what happened. And I absolutely love this bag. So bottom line is, this bag is in fantastic condition. I was able to get the pen mark out. Leather surgeon assured me that they didn't think the leather is torn and that it's just glue residue. And this is in pristine shape. Oh, and the cut was not a cut, thank God. So I'm keeping it. I've decided to keep this bag. It came with an authenticity card. It came with it didn't come with a dust bag, but this is an east-west flap. Okay, so one thing I want to say, whenever I buy things on secondhand items, I always get it authenticated. The one that I have used for Chanel Authentication, I will link their company below, for an email authentication. So I send a bunch of pictures and they tell me in, I think within 72 hours, whether it's authentic or not. And this bag is made it's a 12 series, which means that it was made somewhere in 2008, 2009. The company that I use will not authenticate anything after 15 series. They think that anything after that, they have to see it in person and really see it in person, really, not just based on pictures. And I respect that. So this one, I was able to get it authenticated just by sending them pictures. The other thing is, I will also link, Yugi's Closet has a page where they talk about Chanel bags and what series number corresponds to what year it was produced, and I'll link that below. There's a YouTube person, Jamie, who does a fantastic job in bag reviews, and she had reviewed this bag and I really liked her review. I'd recommend you guys go and check her channel out. She's just wonderful. But I will do a quick review of this. I can't really do a review actually. It's really a quick, like how big is it and what fits inside and things like that. So I'll do that right now. Okay, so this bag is, let me show you how wide it is. It is, can you see that? Oops, right here. Okay, it is 10 inches in width or length, and here to here, it's about 5 inches in height, and depth is about almost 2 inches, not quite, 2 inches in depth. Okay, and it fits. So my card case, my clay with keys will go in, my glasses will go in. Oh, before that, let me put a phone case. This is an XS Max iPhone, and like that. Okay, so it's not huge, but it does fit the essentials. There's a little back pocket on this. Some of the East-West have back pockets and some of it doesn't. Some of it is quilted like this and some of it's like chocolate. It means it's like got little squares rather than little diamonds. But this one has, and some of it don't have back pockets. Anyway, it can be worn over the shoulder. Let me show you how it looks. It can be worn over the shoulder like this. Or you can shorten this strap let's see, by taking this portion off and shortening it. See, like that. And I could make it as short or as long as I want, right? But I'm gonna, just for demonstration's sake, I just made it this short. I can make it this short, I can make it shorter and make it into like a clutch like this. I can hold it like this if I made the strap shorter. That, I can make it like this. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I would love it if you would consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up and click the bell notification so that you will be notified when I upload more videos. All right, thanks, bye.